Hey planner friends, how's it going? Thanks so much for stopping by my channel. My name is Ryan and this is A Man with the Plans, and we are back to do a plan with me for the week of Monday, March 13th through Sunday, March 19th. Big week here in the land of the man with the plans. Obviously St. Patrick's Day, love my Irish roots. I will not be having corned beef and cabbage. I might make some soda bread. However, Saturday, I am actually headed to Europe with two of my friends to celebrate my 32nd birthday. So I am pretty stoked for that. I love to travel, and as if this month wasn't nuts enough with Go Wild, you know, we're going abroad. So we're gonna be using this ancient thing that I pulled out. This is from Krissyanne Designs when it was at Michael's, when they did that collaboration, I don't know, 5 years ago now? It was a long time. And I've been waiting to use this for a long time, so today seems like the perfect chance to do so. So we're gonna go ahead and get started here. I also grabbed some washi that is a little bit crooked, my word. This is actually, I believe, from the Martha Stewart line from forever ago at Hobby Lobby of all places. So I think first we'll start with kind of going backwards from the travel day things and do these date dots across the bottom here. Yeah, we'll do them right here on the stuff. Today's the day. So yeah, we are going to Stockholm and Copenhagen, and we are going to be there for 10 days in total. That includes traveling in and out, so we're going to do 4 days in Stockholm and then 3 in Copenhagen, and then obviously all the traveling. But you know, it's exciting. I love Europe. I haven't been since November, which seems pretty recent. But I haven't been before that in quite a long time, so we're making up for it. And kind of the reason why this all started is because a friend of mine was like, hey, we should go somewhere for your birthday. And we kind of talked about like Palm Springs and a couple other things. And what was hilarious was like the flights were astronomical. They were like 500 bucks. And I am a little bit of a sassy pants, I don't know if you know that about me. And I said, psh, I can go to Europe for that price. And so that kind of kicked me into gear to be like, yes, you can go to Europe, and you will. So I went ahead and kind of pulled some stuff together, which is pretty funny. That's how this all kind of started. I found some cheap flights, and away we go. Kind of how things work over here. So on Monday, I've got a couple of meetings. These actually were gifted to me by Emily. I don't even know if the shop is in business anymore, a walk down memory lane, but I figured I'd use these boxes today. But I've got a bunch of meetings this morning. So yeah, we're checking into some space stuff, and then I will use the yellow for another set, and then I think there is some blue here at the back that we can use. Kind of keeping with those primary-ish colors that are going on this day. So Monday has only a couple of meetings, which is nice. I can kind of start wrapping some stuff up. We have some things moving along for budget. And it is going to be a work from home day, so that's nice. I can stay here and don't have to drive into the office, which I don't really mind the drive. It's just, you know, you have to, it's all the prep. And I think that's the one thing that I'm still not used to coming back after the pandemic is like setting out your clothes the night before, packing your bag, having it outside your door. All of those things that I got used to doing as a normal professional, like before the COVID times. I'm not used to it anymore. It becomes a big, I don't want to say rigmarole, but like it is. There's a lot to do. There's a lot going on to get out the door. So I also believe I have a spin class later on that evening. These are from Planner Kate, I believe. Yes, they are. They're totally Planner Kate. They're the S1677. I'll link to it if I can find it on her site. But yeah, I have a spin class, and I've kind of been enjoying them again. It's one of those things where you really give yourself quite the workout. Also, I regret that I didn't do this in the right order. I'll throw that there. And then the other thing that will be kind of exciting that I want to leave room for, one of the things that I'm excited about is the fact that I will actually be doing Plan With Me's again on a regular-ish basis. I feel like Go Wild was everything I needed to kind of re-energize myself. So these are more Planner Kates. What else is going on? Oh, I need to complete my packing list. That's the other big thing I have to do. Yeah, so I'm one of those people that like gets pretty excited as we approach like the travel day. I know some people get like stressed out by it, but I'm the person that kind of like loves checking off all the boxes. I also had quite the harrowing experience dealing with passport services. I went ahead and redid my passport, renewed it online back in, I think January when we booked this trip. I noticed that my passport was expiring in June, and so I said, you know what, we're entering that like 3-month window or whatever where they'll start to do some stuff, right? and countries could deny you entry. So I said, let's be smart here and let's just get the thing rolling and not have to worry about it. So I went ahead and did it online. It was actually really slick at the time. I uploaded a selfie, and that was my new passport picture. It was really quick and easy. I paid for the expedited processing, which basically just said that it would be done in 3 to 5 weeks. I was pretty stoked by that. I thought everything was hunky-dory and I could move on. Just kidding, not hunky-dory. Let me zoom in a little bit more, sorry guys. So like, I obviously got back from Go Wild and realized like, oh, holy cow, like here we go. I don't have anything ready. I haven't seen my passport or heard from anyone. That's a little concerning. So I called and spent like 2 hours on the phone, and the woman was not super helpful. Obviously she's like pretty stressed out with all of her work. I don't blame her. However, it was really frustrating to me because just the advice that I was getting was like, oh shucks, like we never guarantee anything, so sorry. And that's just really disheartening. So I was frustrated, not with her obviously, it's not her fault, it's just the way that it goes with spring break and everything. But in the end, I was still disappointed that things might not be going the way I had hoped. So the next day, I have mostly like quiet time for work. Like I have meetings, I have one meeting, and that's it. I'm using these fabulous, it's the Zebra Click Art, can you see that? So it's like a Click Art felt tip pen in a 0.6. I gotta tell you, I play with these at Go Wild and I am obsessed. They are my new favorite pen. I had to buy them. I couldn't say no. They are just so great. I really can't recommend them enough. I'm just gonna band off my work 8 to 4:30. Do a little dash here, a little dash there. I'll try to do it also on this day too, so I stay consistent. Haha. Great. But yeah, I'm obsessed, and they're like just the right amount of fun tip. I don't know how to describe them, but I'm a huge fan. On Tuesday, we only have one meeting, I believe. Yep. And so it's a management team meeting, which is great. But yeah, so I was frustrated with the passport, and I was kind of like, oh my God, what do I do? Am I not going on this trip? I've been planning this for only a couple months, but still. And I was feeling a little defeated. My one friend suggested I reach out to my senator's office, so I gave Miss Amy Klobuchar's office a call, and they submitted like an information request on my behalf. I was feeling pretty dejected Tuesday after being on the phone. I was a little bit bummed. And so it was one of those things of like, geez, like maybe this just wasn't meant to be, and all that other fun stuff that you say to yourself when you're in a moment of despair. These are from Coffee Break Planner, and I'm just gonna use them to demark like my work. Again, I'm very big into like use what you have currently, so that's what we're doing. So I was feeling pretty dejected leading into Wednesday, and so Wednesday at work I called and I was on the phone for 4 hours on hold, and eventually I spoke to someone and they actually were able to let me know that my passport was actually done. It was being overnighted to me and I was gonna get it the next morning. So like, all's well that ends well. I have my passport now. It was just one of those harrowing moments of like, okay, is this really not happening? Am I really not going? Am I really okay with this being the end of this whole thing? So that was frustrating a little bit, but it ended up being fine. Aren't these cute? These are from Lulu's Daisy & Co. They're like their vinyl stickers. I just feel like I had them around, so we're gonna... so then later on this evening, I'm actually meeting a lovely friend of mine for happy hour. I don't even know where. I just know what time. And so we're just gonna grab a cocktail, I think, and catch up. It's one of those things with being an official, is like you spend a lot of time with these people during the season and then they kind of like, off you go. And it's sad that you don't get to stay close with them outside of the season. So she asked if I wanted to go for a drink, and so I said yes. I got these really cute happy hour stickers. These were given to me from Emily. Pretty much anything on here that I received was from Emily lately. Like, she just destashed a bunch of stuff. I think we're meeting around 5:30. And then later that evening, I have some stuff that I want to get done for my trip. So basically my idea is like I kind of like span stuff out a little bit throughout the week leading up to my travel so that I'm not running around like a chicken with my head cut off the night before I travel somewhere. The other thing that is funny is for Go Wild in particular, planner person that I am, I decided last minute to go to the Minnesota Wild game, and so I completely like ignored my responsibilities as a grown-up and just went and watched some hockey, which I recommend every now and again, don't get me wrong, but I really needed to finish packing and I didn't. So I was running around like a madman the next morning trying to get ready before I went to the airport, which was really a little bit probably more nerve-wracking than I would want to have done. So I'm using my stencil here from Krissyanne Designs and some of those click art markers just to kind of make a little checklist. Nothing crazy. Prep, carry on. I like to just clean it out, do a little bit of a swipe and clean out all the pockets and get rid of like all the little pieces of gum wrappers and stuff like that. I think it's just helpful that way. Oh, and I have to do a toiletry run to Target. And this is just like, I want to get some little stuff like Advil PM and little like shampoos and conditioners and all that little stuff. And I might not even need half of them, but I just like being able to, you know, do it anyway. Oh, and I also have to get a birthday card because the next day, my pal Emily's birthday is in January. My pal Julia's birthday. So heading into Wednesday, let's block off that time again. It seems so long and an hourly, but I really feel like my work days fly by. So, I don't know. You look at it, you're like, wow, that's a lot of time. And then before you know it, you're like, actually, it's not that much. And the nice part is like, I'm not seeing a ton of meetings, which normally for me, I feel like my whole life is spent inside of a meeting. So it's nice to not have to do that. So on, let's see, Wednesday, we have a team meeting in the office, I believe. So that's fun. Yeah, once a month we committed to meeting together, just like to try to increase some camaraderie. It's hard sometimes working from home. We were able to do so and remain productive, but you still miss the like water cooler-y check-ins, how's everything going, all that fun stuff. So this is our way of trying to add some of that. So the team wanted to do it, so I'm happy to be there as well and accommodate. This also means though that I need to put in, we'll do a little in-office sticker. Do yellow. I feel like the yellow is very bright. So this just means that I'll need to drive in, and I'm kind of sticking it up top up here. So I have a team meeting, and then we have another meeting later on in the day. So we have another project that's getting done. It's actually just getting started. It's 1:30 to 2:30. I left that out. Yeah, so that's getting rolling. And then later on in the evening, I need to get one of these. I don't know what we're doing yet, but I think I might invite them over. Julia is one of my best friends. She's just an absolute doll. She is just a barrel of laughs. She is such a good listener. Anytime I'm going through something sad, I don't work till 5:30, I work till 4:30. Okay, just cover that up and pretend like I didn't do it wrong. Oops, and that's okay. We'll just go down here. But yeah, she is just an absolutely phenomenal person, and I really, really, really appreciate having her in my life. I don't know what we're getting up to, but I know it'll be nice to be able to celebrate her and to celebrate kind of all of the good that she brings. And we're gonna add a little heart here. These fun little like, boom, boom, like little geo hash code things. Great. So yeah, I mean, that's the first half of the week. Nothing too outlandish yet. Got a little bit of stuff here and there. I'll do my work band again. Okay, and then in terms of meetings, I only have 2. Okay, so I have that meeting, and then later on in the day, I have a separate meeting, and I believe we're reviewing some documents. Nothing entirely crazy. And I also think I have a spin class this night. Where did those go? And then this evening, I kind of want to do another little to-do list, checklist guy, because I'm going to try to film some content for while I'm away, because we are going to be gone for like 10 days. So I'd rather try to get some stuff done so you have some stuff to watch while I'm away. But we'll see. I struggle with the coil sometimes and how to do this. Oh, I know, I'll just do it this way. So I'm gonna try to film like my April budget and a few other little things. I'm obviously not gonna plan because I might go back and do a memory keep. Would you guys be interested in seeing my vlogs of my little Euro trip? I feel like I had so much fun vlogging Go Wild with Emily, so I'll leave a little poll and you let me know. All right, so that's Thursday, pretty quiet. I'll fill it in as other stuff arises. Friday is St. Patrick's Day. As somebody who is, I believe, 75-ish% Irish, it's always a really fun holiday. I also laugh because it's really not that big of a Like, it's less of a thing over in Ireland than it is here, which I kind of love, because it's nice that, you know, we get to celebrate where we're from and all that jazz, and our mythical saint getting rid of snakes and stuff that weren't there to begin with. But the fun part is that it's my last day of work for like 10 days, which is super nifty, and I only seem to have one stinking meeting, which is, again, kind of crazy. There's lots of work that has to get done, but because there's not a lot of meetings this week, I feel like I'm able to do so. I am gonna try to make some Irish soda bread earlier in the week, and maybe bring it to my team meeting, because my mom has an incredible recipe, and as a kid, she used to make like so many different batches of it, and then we would have to run around and deliver them with my mom in the car. It was actually kind of a lot of fun, even though it was like a really important top secret mission. The people like got so excited when they saw it, so you know, it was really, really fun to be able to drop that off for folks. The last thing here I'll put is this travel checklist thing. This is from the Krissyanne Designs, and so I'm just gonna throw it over here and then just kind of do like final travel prep on this side. And the crazy part is later on in the evening, I have to check into my flight, because our flight doesn't leave until like 11 o'clock at night, which is hilarious. Like even on here, it's like it's too soon in the day, but that's not a big deal. So I've got that down. Yeah, but like the rest of the day, I'm gonna do kind of like, a lot of the stuff is already done, like pack bags and stuff like that. So it's just little things. Oh, I'm gonna put at 4 o'clock out of office. That's one of my favorite things about going somewhere, is throwing up your out of office for a couple of days. It's a great feeling to check that off. I'll also likely do some editing for the YouTube videos I filmed the other day. But really, it's a pretty quiet week. I'm sure more meetings will populate my calendar as we go. I do have to send a reminder email that I'll also just put down as like a yellow one. This is more of just like a don't forget, because it's kind of an important thing and I want to make sure I've got it done before I leave, because, you know, being able to leave and like really enjoy yourself and not have to worry is really important. So yeah, Saturday, I've got some chores that I gotta do before I hit the road. Well, hit the skies, I guess is the better term. And this is just something I like to do pre any trip, is like little stuff like clean out the fridge, water the plants, take out the garbage, set the thermostat, like all those like little things, like fridge. I also like to email my apartment complex that I'm gonna be gone in case anything happens, which it never really does, but it's just good to, it clears my conscience that I let them know. And then in the afternoon, like I'll really have some time to just kind of enjoy myself. And so yeah, kind of the lay of the land here is we are leaving Saturday night really, really late, like 11 p.m. We have a pretty long flight. We're flying into Charles de Gaulle. Yeah, so we have a flight to Charles de Gaulle that's overnight. I think we land in around 1 p.m. And then we have another flight from Charles de Gaulle to Arlanda International. Yeah, so our flight doesn't leave until 11:15. So like I'm gonna make my way to the airport at like 7:30 p.m. and just kind of like go through security and everything. I'd rather just go quick sooner rather than later. That's just how I like to operate. I don't know if anyone else is like that too, but that's just how I like to roll. What I'm gonna do is kind of just band off the flight. You know, I'm gonna do my best to sleep as much as we can. We'll see how well that works. We have a relatively short layover, so I haven't actually decided if I'm checking my bag or if I'm gonna keep it as a carry-on, because it is only about an hour and a half to 2 hours. So I'd rather, I'd almost rather keep my stuff with me and then worry about, and like not bring as much stuff. Like, cause you know, your shampoo and toothpaste and all that jazz, like you can get the travel sizes of them. So to me, it's like, do I keep them? And part of me is inclined to stay and keep them that way, but I don't know. We'll kind of play it by ear and see what's happening. And then we have a flight. I'm gonna actually try to pick this back up. I don't know if these are removable. I wasn't sure. Okay, maybe they are. This was like right around the time that they were starting to do the matte removable thing, so huzzah. That's what we'll add. And that line is also slightly crooked. Love that journey for me. I'm excited. I feel like I've never been to Sweden. It's always been on my list. I'm a huge ABBA fan. I'm making a kind of a playlist of a little video about kind of what I want to see and do in Copenhagen and Denmark. So I think it's going to be really, really fun. I'm trying to add some of the decoration here as we go. Yeah, that seems fine, right? And then we'll do I have one more flight after that. And so that will be Charles de Gaulle, I think to ARN, Arlanda. I don't know. I think we get in around 6 if I remember correctly. One thing that I did this time that some of my friends don't like, but I'm a huge fan of, is we created like a Google Sheets, excuse me. We created a Google Sheets document that like we kind of kept adding stuff that we liked to do. So like it was a lot of fun to like, my friend Julie did a ton of research on like all these different things. And so, you know, it was it's exciting. There's so many things that I want to do. Like for example, I didn't know in Stockholm that the, whatchamacallit, oh my god, I sound like a grandfather. The Nobel Prize, that's held every year. So like that's exciting. So we're gonna go see that. I think we're gonna go see that cool museum called the Vasa, which is basically this old ship, a warship that they built, that because they added too many cannon, it was top heavy and it actually fell over and sank on its maiden voyage, which I think is crazy. But what they did is they actually went back and recovered it in the 1960s, and then they actually rebuilt it and created kind of like an attraction where you can go and it's a museum now, which is pretty nifty, you know, super cool stuff. So I mean, and this is the nice thing, is like this is the beginning of my trip. So I really kind of have a lot open. And I mean, I feel like this is pretty bare bones right now. But honestly, with all the traveling, I'm gonna go in and just add some of these little accoutrements, like some of the stuff around like paradise. I personally don't think Sweden and Denmark in March is gonna be paradise, but I appreciate going someplace different, and I appreciate going someplace different on a budget. So yeah, I mean, let me go ahead and add some stuff in here. I'm not quite sure what we're gonna be doing the rest of the week. We'll do travel the world down here, and then I'm sure at some point along the way I will be saying these words, "Are we there yet?" to my friend Julia, because we're sitting together. But yeah, like I think it's gonna be a ton of fun. We've traveled together before, this little crew of ours. We're pretty good at it for the most part. I think Dylan is a pretty seasoned traveler too, so we'll have some time and he kind of knows the drill of things. Oh, I love this cute little like MP3 player. Oh, that's what I should put as a thing. Yeah, so I'll add charge devices, because you know, they need a little bit of juice. You want to make sure I'm bringing kind of an extra charging port and all that other fun stuff. I actually just got in the mail this little thing from Amazon. Oh, this marker is all different gross colors now. Okay, that's not fun. It's this little universal charger adapter, because you know, 3 USBs here, it's got a plug here, but the fun part is that the way that you switch between oh, there's USB-C over here, which I didn't realize. And the way that you switch between them, it says EU, UK, US, and Australia. So like, you hit the prong this way, it slides out, then it goes into the wall. And the nice part is like, you push this button, it slides back in, then you've got the UK, slides back, and then we've got US and Australia right here, which is super fun. So like, this will be fabulous. I'm kind of looking forward to this. When we went to Ireland, I had one that was like really old and not doing its best. So this is fun, and it comes in a cute little carrying case. I got it off Amazon. I'll leave it linked down below for you guys in case you're looking for one if you have a trip coming up. But like, cute little carrying case. This will fit lovely in my carry-on. So yeah, I don't know. Let's add some other fun stuff. I'm sure I am forgetting things for the week. What I will do is I'll do like a packing list over here. Let's go ahead and see what else we need, and then we'll call this video done, because you know, we're doing some fun stuff. Is there anywhere on your bucket list that you really want to go see? Let me know in the comments below. I'm always looking for new adventures or things to consider. Let's go ahead and we'll go do a 2x. We'll start with the red. Let's see, what do I need? I need Advil PM, Zyrtec, I need shampoo, I need conditioner, switch colors. Now normally I fill the little containers, but the ones that I have are in kind of terrible shape, so I might just this time use the disposable one, like the actual toiletry sized ones, and kind of just go from there and see how well it goes. I also need body wash. Yeah, so I mean, that's my list of stuff for right now. This is also kind of giving me McDonald's vibes with the red and the yellow. But yeah, I don't know, that'll spice things up a little bit. Let's go ahead and add some final kind of accoutrements here. Kind of do a little one of these guys down here. I will band off the week that we're in. It's just like a little, I wouldn't say pet peeve of mine, but I just like to do it. It's fun to know what week we're in. Okay, that was supposed to be a straight line, but I guess not.
I'm a really good planner, have I told you that?
So yeah, I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't wait to go to all these different places. We're gonna have a blast. I'm really grateful that my friends wanted to come and make this trip happen. It kind of was a last minute-y thing, so I think it's crazy that we're actually doing this and that these people listen to me and want to go with me places. I think that just cracks me up a little bit. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it, and it does help our channel out. If you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and click that red subscribe button so you can see all of my content in your feed as soon as it's published. I'll likely be doing 1 video a week from here on out. More if I have exciting things to share, less if not, but I'm hoping that I feel like Go Wild has really kind of got me back into the scheme of things with planning. But yeah, I hope you have a fantastic week. Let me know again in the comments below if you'd like to follow along with my travel vlogs. I'll do my best to share the content with you. But otherwise, I hope you have a great week. Have a happy St. Patrick's Day, and I'll see y'all later. Bye, planner friends.